Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, another 1-2 minutes we can start, sir.
Okay,
I
okay.
put dropped a message in the group also. They are joining students.
Yeah, let them join, sir. So 2 minutes more. Okay, okay, okay.
Good morning, Ashwini madam. Welcome.
ಇದು camera on ಮಾಡಿ
Hi,
sir.
sir. Good morning.
This is Shrikant from placement team. Hi, madam. Good morning.
Good
Okay,
morning.
another
Nice
2 minutes
to
we
meet
can
you.
start.
Yeah, sure.
Madam, you can start now, madam.
Yes, sir. Sure.
All the best, Ashwini. Take care.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Start, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
So I hope everybody is having amazing Saturday. I know most of the people mindset will be like, oh, webinar, when it's going to end, right? That's how most of the people will be thinking, especially on Saturdays. So you don't have to worry. I'll make it a very short session, and we can finish it up soon. So before I could start, I'll just give a short introduction about me. So I'm basically Ashwini, and I am a senior, in finance analyst of data analytics, where I'm working for a company called Dell Technologies. And so the role of what I am doing is very interesting because sometimes what we study and the way when we get the job what we have studied, that really makes our career very interesting, and to focus on a career and to learn a lot of things. So I know you guys are at the right place to learn a lot of things. So this is the time to develop your career, to learn, and you might have a lot of questions. How does it even gonna work? And looking at the current trend of the market around us, you might have a lot of questions in you. What is my career gonna be? Where I'm gonna be? Which company I'm gonna work? How it is even gonna help me to my career? So like there's a lot of questions will be running in your mind. So I know that, but it's very easy and you guys know you have chosen a right career courses and where you have to be. So what you all have to do is just you need to focus on what you do, give your 100% in whatever you do, and you will reach your target or your goals where you have to be. So before I could start on the sessions, or after my introduction, let me start with the data analytics. I just have a few presentation where I would like to present on it, and later I can give you a career guidance based on that. How does it even work? So I'll share my screen and let me know you guys can see my screen. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So before me could start, let me know, like somebody can tell me, what is data analytics to you? Do you have any idea, or you don't have any idea? So based on that, I can start up. Just give me a meaning of data, if anybody knows what is actually data means to you.
Any kind of information that is stored in the form of rows, columns,
Okay. Yeah,
so
that's
we
so
can call
true.
it as data.
Collection of information.
Yes. In another words, data is nothing. It's a collection of information, right? So yeah, that is what I have mentioned in a small sentence. Like it's a basically whatever you do, you just need to have the information, and that whatever the information you have is said to be a data. So what do you think? How does it even useful for you in data? Uh, I mean, how does it useful for you? Any ideas?
It is useful for analyzing any pattern of data.
Okay.
Uh, Depends on the data, what kind of data we have.
Okay. Yes, exactly. So yes, that's so true. Any idea of any kind of pattern, it differs and it varies also. So most of the sectors, wherever, whatever field they are into, based on that, it works, right? So, these are the data analysis tools. So most of them are aware of Python, research to get R and SQL, Power BI, Tabula, and Excel. So anybody has any idea how does it work, or what are just meaning of what it is? Any idea about it? It's okay if you guys know. You can tell yes. If no, I will help you on that.
Could you please repeat, ma'am?
Any idea about these tools? Do you know how does it work?
Which tools, ma'am?
I have Python or R or SQL or Power BI. Anything. How does it even work? Excel.
Excel, explicitly, I can say we can do lot of stuff, but there is a limitation over it. So if we
Okay.
load more than 10 lakhs of data, the Excel will not be able to collect, or will not be able to what we call.
It's become an overload of data. It will not
Yes.
accept it. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. That's so true.
In
So
Python,
yeah,
there is no limit. Even billion or trillions of data uh, uh, we can get insights with respect to any
yes,
size of data.
yeah, that's so true. And any idea about SQL?
In SQL, we cannot, based on my understanding, we cannot draw any kind of visualization.
Okay. True. Yes, that's so true. We can just, I have just done on my own view what it is. So you can just have a look, or I can read it for you, or someone can read on this. So it might be useful for you. Does someone want to take a chance to read this?
Ma'am, your screen is not visible for me. I don't know about others.
Can you guys see my screen, right?
No, ma'am.
Ashwini, sorry to interrupt. You
Yes, sir.
can close the camera also. You can speak. No problem. Yeah.
You can see my screen?
Ma'am, you have shared only Google Meet screen, ma'am, not entire screen.
It's freeze, ma'am. You need to reshare it.
Let me check one second. I guess now you can see the screen.
No, ma'am. Yes, now visible.
Now visible? Okay, perfect. So this is what I was showing you all. So I'll just give a view on this. So started with data and data analysis tool. Yes, this is Python. So someone can read it for me. Someone can read it?
Python is a high-level general-purpose programming language that has become favorite among data analysts and data scientists. Its simplicity and readability, coupled with wide range of libraries like Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib, make it excellent tool for data analytics and data visualization.
Yes. So, it's nothing, it's clearly mentioned, it's a programming language, and it's one of the tool where, it's favorite among all the data analysts, and it is very simple and it is very readable, right? So they have given you examples of pandas, numpy, and matplotlib. So these are the tools where it really helps. How does Python works, how that data, as it's an excellent tool for how to analyze the data and how to visualize. So that's what all about Python. In another terms, it's very simple and readable one. That is what Python is all about. So any doubts here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll go to next slide. So R, someone can read this too. Does someone want to take a chance?
Ma'am, I can see only Python screen.
Okay, I think it'll get changed. Maybe just one sec. Now, can you see this?
No, ma'am.
Are you not able to see it?
I am able to see your screen, ma'am, but
It's
this
only in
screen shows
Python.
that Python, yeah. Now we can see.
Yeah, now you can see it, right? Now you can see it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So R, does someone want to take this? Want to read this? Someone want to take a chance to read this?
Yes, ma'am. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
R is a programming language and free software environment specifically designed for statistical computing and graphics. It is widely used among statistics and data miners for developing statistical software and data analysis. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So, R is basically used for the statistical computing and graphics. So, this is mainly used in which domain is a software domain where it will help them to analyze the complete data to develop of their statistical wise, how that ratio growth goes. So that's this is useful in that statistical computing of a data, where it is also a programming language, and it is more helpful in software environment, and it is more useful for software environment to analyze their data statistical wise. So that's what a simple term of our programming language. So earlier the Python was a readable one, and R is a one. It's a programming language which is used in a software environment for a statistical analysis. So are you guys clear with this? Any doubt till here?
Can you tell us like what is the major difference between using the Python and R? Which one is like more efficient for data analysis and machine learning?
Python, because Python it's a very it's a readable one, right? So that's been used in very easily. It's the moment when you go to the Python itself, it's very readable. But R is basically, it is more into software wise, where it is completely of statistical wise of analyzing the statistics data.
Ma'am, could you please give some examples for R? How
Yeah, sure.
exactly?
Yeah, sure. One sec. I'll give you the examples for R. Give me a second. It's very useful, how uh, R is nothing. It'll try to find your problems, and it help you to collect all the datas, and it will make you to pre-process it, like cleaning all the data, which is it makes a mandatory one which is in the structural format, and it help you to remove all the unnecessary data or null or any missing data. It will try to remove all that.
The same can be done through Python as well, na ma'am?
Yeah, even Python can do that. But the difference here, R is very much useful when it comes to a statistical wise in the software industries. Okay, and there are few examples like how does it even work. So I haven't made a presentation of examples, but I can read out to you. I hope you might understand with that. So example, imagine you have you are creating a table, and you have some name and age and the passenger count, and the way to find out whether they have survived or not. So to understand in that way, you will directly apply R, and then you will see the difference. I think I have to show you the example, then you'll understand it more. But I haven't made that example actually. So I'm just telling you how does it even, in a simple terms, in a way, how does it even help you to get rid of it. So simple logic here, when you try to find the data, it will give you the exact result of that data. So example, you're trying to find one data and you wanted to delete the other data. It will make you to understand that, pull out the correct value, and which has to get voided, it will get nullified.
Then how does it work in finance domain?
In finance domain, how does it work? It's example, see, we will for example, we do have a monthly basis, of completely the payments, or whatever we have got it, we wanted to check out in a statistical wise for this department, how much has been the ratio, how much has been the profit and loss has been segregated. So example, like, we have, imagine we have different departments. In five different departments, how much, I can't individually find out how much I have spent for each and every individual, and what is the profit in that particular department and other departments. So by running through an R, we will get the idea of how does it even we get our results actually, like individually, how much. By running the R program, I'll get to know exactly this is what I have got my profit, or this is what my profit ratio in the different statistic wise. So 2 is to 3, 3 is to 1, 1 is to 3. That's how the shares, how that even the profit wise, the statistical wise for each department, how much I have got the profit among that. Any other questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
So SQL, can someone read it?
Slide is not changing.
Slide is not visible. Can you see my slide, right?
It's visible.
I think it will take some time to come, I
It's
guess.
not changed, ma'am.
2 minutes of time or somewhere. That's why it's getting lagged there. Are you can see it?
No, ma'am.
I don't know. Every time I think I have to.
Yes, now we can see.
Now you can see it. Yeah. So can someone read what is SQL?
Yes,
Just yeah.
SQL stands for Structured Query Language.
Hmm.
It is a standard language for managing and manipulating the database. It is
Okay.
used to retrieve and manipulate the data stored in the relational database.
Yeah.
SQL is essential for tasks that involve data management or manipulation within the databases.
Yeah. So you guys know how does SQL work, right? SQL it'll execute queries against the databases, and it will retrieve the data, and it will insert the records in the data, and it'll update the records. It will delete the records. It will create new databases, new tables, and it will create a stored procedures in databases, and it will create to view the database, and it will give you the to set in permissions on tables, procedures, and views. So it's simple as select, update, delete, and insert wherever. Any doubt in SQL? This is just an introduction of the data analysis tool. That's what I'm just giving you meaning of what it is. That because next slide where after this I just have how it works in financial sector. So when I go to that, I will explain you how does it even related to financial sector. So are you guys clear with SQL?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'll go for the next slide, the Power BI. So this is definitely used in a business analytics tool. So someone can read it. How does it, useful?
Power BI is a business analytics tool developed by Microsoft. It provides interactive visualization with self-service business intelligence capabilities. Power BI is used to transform raw data into meaningful i- insight through easy to understand dashboards and reports.
Yes. So this is usually, it is been it's actually developed by Microsoft, and it is very much useful when it is coming into the business, when it is so like at the end, when they create a dashboards, or dashboards is something which represents the complete annual structure of a business, what and all they have done in a complete business, how much profit or loss, and whatever they have gained, everything can be done with by using Power BI, and that will replicate exactly the complete dashboard, the complete insights of the management. How does the how does the business has been worked, and it will make to understand the easy way to understand the dashboards and the reports. So Power BI makes that in such a easy way. How does the dashboards can be used, and the reports, how it gives the results. Any doubts?
Is there any limit for the data?
This is actually, you don't have a limit here, because this will make you to it's completely where it's a self-service tool, and it's a business intelligence tool where it is helping them to understand how the dashboards and the reports work.
Ma'am, what is the major difference between Power BI and Tableau? Because here we are learning only Tableau.
Okay.
Like if the companies are shortlisting us based on our skill set, will it affect our job access, ma'am? Like that?
Yeah, one way it's also a disadvantage because it is basically involved with AI, uh, artificial intelligence. Because when that comes, most of the works, that gets adapted with the automatic tools. When you don't really need to have a manual work. So if it is 80% of AI involved in that, only 20% of manual work will be there. Sometimes when it becomes 100% also, it affects actually.
No, ma'am, like I'm asking like Tableau and Power BI, like these two are like visualizing tools.
Yes.
So like we are learning only Tableau here in Learning Lab.
Okay.
So like which is better option for us, like so that the company can shortlist our resume?
Okay, which is the better one? Both is a good way to learn in that way, because but more than Power BI, Tableau is the one where people have heard more. How does it even work, right?
Yes, ma'am. Like which is better option for us to learn? That's it.
Tabula.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So let me go for the next slide, as you asked about Tabula. So can someone read what is Tabula?
Tabula is a powerful data visualization tool used in the business intelligence industry. It allows you to create interactive and shareable dashboards which depicts trends, variations, and density of the data in the form of charts and graphs.
Yes. So initially, when you found in BI, it was only, makes you to understand the dashboard, and it gives the understanding of dashboard and the reports. But Tableau is the one where it makes you to allows you to create interactive and shareable dashboards which depict trends, variations, and density of the data in the form of charts and graphs. So most of the time, how does even Tableau works, right? Because that it is very easy, and it will make you to understand the data, and it creates the visualization. So any doubt with Tableau, let me know.
What is the major difference between Tableau and Power BI?
Tableau and RBI, yeah. Sorry, Power BI.
Power BI.
Yeah. One sec. So the major difference between Power BI and Tableau is this is Power BI. It has been intelligent, and it has been the tool is being installed by the Microsoft, and that makes you to analyze and transform and visualize unstructured data into a presentable formation. Okay. And it makes the decisions and takes the information from various sources, and it makes you to create interactive dashboards and reports. So that is what basically it is, Power BI. And that has been, in the market for 36 percentage, where how does it even, access the data and excel it and makes it very interactive. But the advantages of this, it's a very free of cost, and even people where they don't have the technical knowledge, they can use Power BI because it becomes very interactive and intuitive dashboard. and it has a very editable feature that allows you to understand and modify the data. So that is the one thing advantages of Power BI. And it has also somewhere any advantages, there will be always a disadvantage also for that. So for Power BI, you have, it's a completely, it works only with the Windows, and it functions very slow when it comes to the large data. So that is the disadvantage of the Power BI. But whereas when it comes to Tabula, this is something a different popular data visualization for the business intelligence tools. Like it is main used in the organization for the massive amounts of data to analyze their business intelligence, and it makes them to create and to visualize the data like through charts or maps, graphs and dashboards. So that's the Tabula. Okay, and advantages of this is like it has an online community, and it gives many resources of guidance and training of that. And also it is a great tool because it handles a huge amount of data even without lagging. When it comes to Power BI, when it handles with a lot huge data, it used to lag, but Tabula doesn't work in that way, because Tabula, it has that capacity of holding huge amount of data. And also it is the it is also useful in interactive visuals, where it functions very well, and it will customize the dashboards for specific devices and give the exact report which they are looking for. And Tabula, it has a very great way of working, which gives you more knowledge and makes your work very easily. The disadvantage of this is because Tabula doesn't automatically refresh the reports, because every time here you need a manually person where they have to do manually in the back end to run that report to refresh it.
Ma'am, as you said, massive data. May I know the
Yeah.
capacity of data that can be drawn from Tableau?
Yeah, it has a only limited of 16 column data, where it completely makes very difficult to get a bigger to display it as a bigger data. And also it takes the data from Excel, PDF, JSON and Google Analytics.
Ma'am, Tableau and Power BI both are open source open source
Yes.
applications, right?
Yeah.
Guys, others also can ask the questions, okay? See, only Pooja and Mayuri, they are asking the questions. Please, you also interact with the person. It's a request.
But yeah, both has actually a good value in the market, Power BI and Tabula, because both the ways it helps the business how to run it, right? So both has a demand in the market, but yeah, Tabula makes it very effective when it compares to Power BI.
Ma'am, as you said, both are open source application. So when the final dashboard is ready, how
Yeah.
we can publish them to client?
See, when the final dashboard is ready, see, you have to make it through interactive sessions, like creating in Tableau. It works with the charts and also with the uh, charts and the diagram, bar charts, pie charts, histograms. So based on that charts, it will give the clear picture for the client to understand where they are lagging in, or where their effective business is running in, how much, level wise, how much they are into that level wise. So example, like if among the competitors world, like 1, 2, 3, 4, when you make it in a bar chart or a pie chart, which is the ranking wise, that makes you clear idea, right? This is what our standards where we are. So that's how it is. That's how it works for the clients.
Ma'am, actually, my question is, let's assume based on the requirement of the client,
Yeah.
we have prepared the dashboard.
Yes.
So when we want to share with client the same dashboard, how we can share it? There should be some kind of platform, like there should be some kind of credentials we require to
Correct.
share.
Correct.
So I'm talking about that. How we can publish that in front of client?
So in most of the companies, to reaching out to clients, there is some level wise where you have to reach out to clients. So it is not directly where you'll reach out to the client and you can execute it. So if you are working in an organization, you have created a dashboard where you have to represent to the client. So, but definitely when a client with their level, maybe your higher authorities, like maybe your managers or that range of people, they will have their own credentials where once when you are done with your presentation, when you share it to them, and they will make sure that the presentation has been reached to the client, and they will have the interactive session with that. So that's how in organization level it works, because directly you can't reach out to the client, because where there are few hierarchy steps to be followed, based on that steps where you can reach out to the client, and that's how your data will get visible to the clients.
Understood, ma'am. One last question
Yeah.
related to publishing. So when
Mm-hmm.
we publish the dashboard to client, are they able to edit or do some kind of stuff in their
No,
dashboard?
no. No, that is that is actually offensive, where that any organization will not allow that, because initially the presentation, and if at all if client needed some changes, they will get back to us stating that these are the changes I'm looking in the presentation, but they will not have the rights to make any changes in the presentation which you create. The only one person who is doing that, only they have the complete authority to make a changes. That's how it works in every organization, because there are few hierarchy steps where they have to follow. When they don't follow the steps, it's against their policies.
Ma'am, you mean based on your words, like we can say when we publish the dashboard, whatever the changes the client requires, they need to get back to us.
Yes,
And based
exactly.
on that, okay, okay, got it. If in case in future, if client
Mm-hmm.
don't want to continue the services with us, uh,
Mm-hmm.
are they able to change the similar dashboard from their end?
No, they can't change it, because that is completely against the policies where any company doesn't allow, or where they don't give their copyrights to different company. So what you have done, it will be only to you, where the company can't copy the same what you have done. They might go with a different with a different company where they have taken service, and then they will have the different way of presentation, but the same way if they do, it's against the policies, and where it leads to a different actions. So they don't copy the data which whatever we do.
Ma'am, they can't even see the calculations which we made in the dashboard.
Yeah, they can't.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I go with Excel. So most of them know how does it even Excel works. So how does it Excel is also useful. Even that carries a lot of data, and it gives you a lot of it offers a range of features for data manipulation, statistical analysis, and visualizations. Excel simplicity and versatility make it a great tool for both simple and complex data analysis tasks. So most of the people, Excel is being used in more in the financial sector wise only, because when you go through other the datas of SQL, Power BI, Tabula, and other things, they do implement, but Excel is a easy way of calculating, easy way for the financial sector, by using different formulas, by running macros. How can we make our work in a automatic wise? So they use Microsoft Excel in that way to make your work easy way. Like example, there are few formulas called VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and all. So instead of if you wanted to pull out the data from the different Excel, you don't, most of the people will do a copy paste by copying the data. But in Excel, you don't have to do that. What you can do, if you do one VLOOKUP from the previous file, whatever data is there, which is matching which data you needed, immediately you'll get it in the Excel. And that's how Excel is being more used in the financial sector background. Any doubts in Excel?
Okay, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah. Then I'll go over there. Hardly we have another 4 slides to go. So this is how the process map for data analytics. This is how we do when the question arises. We get the data and we will try to explore the data. We'll prepare the data, we analyze the data, and we present the findings. So this is a simple of process map for data analytics. How does it really works? So this is how, what is a financial data analytics? We are coming back to the financial background. How does it even work here? How it is related to finance wise. So here, what is the financial data analytics? So it is an aspect of business intelligence and enterprise performance management and key to strategic financial planning. So, how does it even works in financial background? It is actually, it is more important for the enterprise to know their performance. How, if any organization, they wanted to know when they start the business, how much they have started, at the end, how much, in which level they are, like starting of the business, what was their investment, and end of the business, how much profit they have got, how much loss they have got, and every individual. That is how it related in the financial data analytics sector. And it makes them to completely plan their financial in such a way how they can reach or meet their targets. Any doubts? No doubts, I'll proceed with the next slide.
No doubts.
So how does the data analytics in finance enables executives to us? So it's simple. It will turn structured or unstructured data into sites for better decision making. So basically any data which is like structured or unstructured, it will make you to analyze it, and it will make you to take a better decision on that. And also it gathers the information on key performance indicators, that is your KPI. KPI is nothing, the key performance indicators of your individual performance, what you have performed in the organizations, and here as such as your revenue, your net income, and payroll cost. So whatever the start of the business, what is the annual turnover, what like that's your profit, what you have earned, and whatever cost or the expenditures you have made in the business. And it also helps use this financial analytics tools and process to combine and analyze data sets, gaining insight into overall financial performance. So it gives the complete overall financial performance by how does it made your net income and your revenue and a payroll cost. So that is just a normal knowledge. How does it work? So is data analytics useful for financial institution? Yes, it is useful because it's benefited. It can benefit organization across all industries. This is especially true for financial institutions, which have often have a sea of raw data to shift through. Use correctly financial data. So what happens? Yes, it is very much important for the financial industries to grow up because it makes them to analyze their data, and huge data you can't do it alone, right? So definitely you really need to have the complete whatever the raw data. In every data when you take it, it's always basically you have a lot of the collection of information, and that you can't do it individually by sitting and analyzing. So when you use all this data or tools or analytics, that makes your work very easy, and it benefits the organization to analyze their business, the business where they are into, and it gives the clear picture of business from the start to end of their revenues. So how does it even important for a data analysis to in today's digital world? Data analysis is the key to unlocking the potential of big data. It helps organizations to make sense of this data, turning it into actionable insights. These insights can be used to improve products and services, enhance experiences, streamline operations, and increase profitability. In the financial sector, data analysis can help in risk assessment, fraud detection, and investment decision making. So yes, definitely, as you know, currently the world we are, it's actually most of the it's a very advanced technology world we are, and definitely data analyst plays a very important role because as it is main useful in the every corner of the business. Data analytics is very much important because that makes the business to avoid their risk, avoid their fraud, and it helps them to make a wise investment decision making. Because initially starting of the business, when they have a knowledge, this is what the amount I'm going to start my business. At the end, manually, they don't remember this is how I started and what will be my profit or share. But when it is enabled with the data analytics and the tools and everything, when you start, you will get to know the complete income and the net worth of the complete business and what are your profits and share. So how does the data really works in that, makes your work easier by creating a data, by analyzing the strategic financial plannings everywhere. So definitely data analytics, it plays every corner of the business, not only in financial sector, every corner of the business, data analytics plays a very important role. So that's here I end up with thank you for this. But yeah, before I could end up, I can just give you a little tips of the organization. How does it even work? So find the right, start completing your course, start applying on all the job line boards wherever you have you have a LinkedIn app, now Crease app, and everywhere job portals are there. So try pushing up, keep applying your uh, jobs on daily basis. Once when you're ready to start up your career after your course, keep applying where every job, it's not like one day you'll apply, 2 day you'll apply, in a week. Keep doing constantly. So and find the right job where as per whatever you wanted, where you wanted to reach, and it really works. And completely when it comes to your organization, and there are few hierarchy methods, policies. Every company has their own policies where they have to follow their policies, and we can't go against the policies because there are a few actions, consequences will face it later. So try to find the right place for you to get into a right, shape your career. You are in a right position of learning data analytics. So learn it and find the right job, and give your performance whatever you have learned, because that's how every company, when you give your 100%, definitely you'll reach your goals to that level. So that's it
Ma'am,
from
what
my.
are the
Yeah,
what are
tell
the
me.
major tools you currently use in your organization?
See, so more we use Excel, Tabula, Pythons. So every organization, they will use all the tools, because based on every departments in financial thing, we use everything. And different department like software department and IT background department or the HR, every corner department, they use either one of the or the other, anywhere one or the other tools, definitely they will use. So basically it plays in every part of the business.
What are the financial concepts should we know before entering into financial analysis?
So financial, basically, definitely when you get into a financial sector, you really need to have a knowledge on finance, on your accounts background also. And also you need to know how to implement. When it comes to data analytics, you really have to know the good knowledge of Excel, Tabula, and more. Yeah, more than Tabula, Excel. More Excel is the one which works more into financial sectors.
Ma'am, as you said, you are using Tableau also in your organization. Just may I know uh, for what purpose you use? Is it only for visualization or something else?
It is also gives us the dashboard, right, which makes us which makes the industry to analyze their charts and graphs, like standards where they are, their business. It gives you that clear picture of business standards in which level we are in. So based on using Tabla, they create their dashboards.
Ma'am,
So
I'm talking about in your organization. Currently, you said Tableau, Python, and Excel you use
yes,
mostly. So, if you're using Tableau, so majorly you use for Tableau kind of creating dashboards only. Dashboard contains kind of
yes,
visualization, all kind
yes.
of charts and all. So it
See,
is mainly
we use Tabula for we use it based for the creative of the charts and graphs, and also the interactive dashboards.
okay.
Ma'am, for a fresher, for example, if I'm a fresher and I'm applying to your organization, what are all
Okay.
the criteria they'll be looking into so that they can select the candidate?
So freshers, yeah, freshers have most of the cases, freshers have a good way of getting into organization, but the market went head down during COVID. The opportunities for freshers as randomly reduced. The reason behind that, it's because COVID made the market as very low. And what had happened, most of the people trying, and they did a recession, they removed employees. When they started to do the opportunities for the people, working, employment opportunities become very low. So based on that, what had happened in any organization, experienced people, when they become over experienced, the organization, when they feel that if they are giving a very good performance, definitely they will try to hold them back. When they feel they don't perform well, they will try to remove them. And even also, one way it hits also the company cost cutting also. So based on that, the company works, where whom we have to see. Example, you are a fresher and you have a very good skills and you have very good knowledge, and when the organization really wanted to hire a fresher for that particular position, definitely when they see your profile, when they get impressed, and the way when you attend the interview, the way when you speak, and the knowledge skills, whatever you have when you start talking, when that makes, that makes the organization, okay, this is where this candidate is meant for us, and that's how they pick up. So most of the business sectors, how it works, when they really needed a candidate for that position, they will for sure, no matter whether it's fresher or experience, when they really needed that candidate, definitely they will hire. There are chances for freshers, experienced, and but yeah, I hope the market is actually slowly it is getting back to normal. So maybe freshers will have more opportunities to get into organization. So make sure your profile, your resumes are, have a very good resume. Whatever knowledge, skills, whatever you have, upgrade your skills and implement. And the way when you perform in the interview, have a good communication skills, have a technical skills, and try to develop your own way, and you will definitely get a job.
Ma'am, my doubt in that one only, my doubt is actually even the company has opened, for example, 5 freshers they are ready to hire in Dell itself.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn, almost thousands of people apply for the same job role.
Correct.
Freshers or experience, whoever it is. So how to get our resume shortlisted? How do they select it? Do they use ATS or they do background verification? How do they select the candidates? That is my doubt mainly.
See, because every organization has a different way. To be honest here, the companies, people who directly see, example, I had Dell is having only 5 position and 100 people have applied for the job. In that, they will see the 20 candidates are directly through this job boards like LinkedIn or the Naukri platform, and other 20 people are through agencies like a different third party agencies, and other 20 people are direct walk-ins. So what here happens, more than these job boards or the agencies or the walk-ins, Dell, in case, or Dell or any other company, when they have a direct people working under through agencies, when they wanted to hire, definitely they will go through with the agencies only. And that's why where walk-ins and the direct people of the job boards get a very less opportunities. But in case if at all, then when they don't prefer through agencies, when it is only through the walk-ins and only through your job boards, they will see the candidates, the way how they perform in the interview, how much knowledge they carry and how much skills they carry. They will differently differentiate any interview, the one who interviews, definitely they will see how much confident you are while performing the interview and how good your skills are at. Based on that only, they will select the candidate. Even though it might be even though when they hire it from agencies, when they don't perform well in the interview, they don't select that candidate, because at the end, any organization, they want the candidate who has a more good knowledge of their technical skills, or whatever their individual skills, and how good they are with the communication skills, and how good they have knowledge about the role, any role, let it be financial role or software role or any role for the one you're giving interview, how much you have understood about the topic, how much you have learned about the topic, and how you can present it in that way. Based on that criteria only, they will select your interviews.
Ma'am, I have two more questions.
Yeah.
One is like, what is the basic salary expectation for a fresher? Like, I know it varies, depends on the organization, but what is the average in like India, which we can expect?
Yeah, basically now I think the market have increased salary for freshers. Earlier, the freshers were getting only 10,000, 9,000. And when I started my career as a fresher, even I was getting paid only 10,000. But now the market is really very good in paying terms, because initially when the freshers start up their career, maximum they get starts itself like 25 to 30,000. The fresher, the market goes. When you come to this software industries and all, definitely the freshers get up to 40 to 50,000.
Okay. And one more thing, ma'am, like nowadays a lot of startups are hiring like people for data analyst or data science role. Like which one is better as a fresher for good career, ma'am? Like, is it like go for startup or any MNC if it's available?
See, if you get directly in MNC, it's good enough to start your career in MNC. If you get a startup career, please go ahead. Than completing your course and waiting for a right job. I wanted it in such a big company and wasting your time. Even that will during interview they will question, after completing your course, why was there were a gap for so many months. So never lead into that way. Even though if it's a startup company, go there, work for 1 year or 2 years, take that experience. And when you go to the different like MNC, you can tell them, I have worked in a startup company, I have experience of 1 year, 2 year, and that is an additional skill which is added to your profile, and definitely and you can get settled up in an MNC company, and that really helps in MNC company when you do a startup course in any organization. And make sure that you actually carry at least 1 year of experience wherever you have worked. That really helps in every corporate or any MNC companies, that really they will consider that 1 year experience. Any other questions?
Someone has sent a message.
Like?
In Google Meet only, ma'am.
Okay. See that. Are you guys okay with the? I mean,
thank you for the session, madam. It was very good session, madam. Thank you very much for the session.
Yeah, sir. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, welcome. Take care. Take care.